I'm Vincent van Gogh. I was born March 30th, 1853 in Holland. I was poor my whole life. Sadly, I did not become famous until after I died. My father was a preacher and my mother was a housewife. I had 6 children in my family. School was no fun for me. I got bad grades and had a hard time making friends. I quit school when I was only 16. I got a job at my uncle's art gallery. I got to see art all the time. I really liked it. I fell in love with someone who didn't love me back. I forgot to go to work sometimes. I lost my job. I lost my job. And I forgot to go to work. I lost my job. I tried getting a new job. I tried to teach. I tried to sell books at the bookstore.
You're being recorded.
And I also tried to be a preacher, but none of that stuff worked. I felt like I was a failure. So I decided to be a painter. I didn't start out as great as an artist. Most artists started when they're a lot younger than I was. So I had a lot of catching up to do. I practiced by copying other people's artists. 2 of my favorite artists were Rembrandt and Millet. They painted with dark colors, so I did too. But the colors were dark, and I always painted dead people. People didn't like my paintings. I moved to Paris, France, and met many new artists. I learned new ways to paint. I started to paint with brighter colors and used dashes and swirls. I moved again to Arles, France, and painted all the time. I got much better. I like to paint pictures of people and flowers. I love to paint sunflowers. I loved my work and worked all the time. One time I painted 18 pictures in 26 days. I painted fast because I wanted to get my feeling in a picture too. Before I forgot them, my paintings didn't dry fast because I used a lot of paint. Because I used a lot of paint on my paintings. I didn't like to paint from my imagination. I like to go outside and paint what I see. Or for painting that I did myself, I would stare at myself in the mirror. I painted all day in the hot sun, and when it got dark, I put little candles on my head so I could see my paintings better. I didn't have a lot of money. But when I did have money, I bought paint instead of food. People thought I was weird because I didn't have many friends and I couldn't sell any paintings. I was lonely and sad. One day I went a little crazy and cut a part of my ear off and gave it to a woman as a present. The police took me to the hospital immediately. I almost died. But when I got better, I still painted. But I never really changed after that. One time when I was so sad, when I was only 37 years old, I shot myself and died. But luckily, my brother's wife saved my paintings and letters, and their son put them in a museum. Now I'm famous! That was my Vincent van Gogh story. I hope you enjoyed it.